what's it like? Mike is healthy, Olave's back in action. How does it feel being all three healthy at one time?
It's exciting. It's exciting. It gives the fans something to be excited about as well. We just plan to get better every day, make each other better, hold each other accountable. Just so on Sundays it makes it easy, and I hope to make their jobs easier too.
Rashid, where are you at right now as far as your route running and your grasp of the offense, assignment, alignment, and knowing, and not only because initially everyone thinks, oh, he's a returner, but you're much more than that. But as far as being a true route runner that Derek Carr can trust.
Right. As far as that, I feel like the speed of the game is kind of coming to me a lot differently. Slowing down, I feel more comfortable within the system, and where I'm supposed to be at and when I'm supposed to be at. And the timing with Derek is just going to improve as long as camp goes on, and just keep making strides at that. And as far as my route running, I feel like I can run the whole route tree, but of course improvement is always, each and every day I look for something to get better at. So I'm excited to continue to work, and all the little things will come together.
Did you role like last season? You kind of got thrown in there, kind of burst on the scene mid-season, and on top of that, having a full off season now, how much more comfortable do you feel?
Yeah, much more comfortable. Having a full off season definitely helped me. Gave me a chance to learn different positions and kind of key in on my jobs. As far as last season, I felt like all I had to do was learn one position and kind of go with that, just because they knew it might have been a lot for a young guy like me, just being coming in how I came in and coming off of rehab and all that stuff. But it's gone well. I feel like I'm getting a grasp of it pretty easily, taking the time off the field to learn that, and it's coming together nice.
Rashid, when you look at this unbelievable start to the NFL career, first 2 times you touch the ball, explosive touchdowns, do you feel like, man, this is not as hard as I thought? Or?
No, I wouldn't say that. I was just excited just to get the opportunity. That's all I was thinking about. And when it happened, my teammates were there to uplift me and congratulate me. It was a moment I'll never forget. So as far as that, I wouldn't say I came into the league thinking that was going to be easy, because it's definitely not easy at all. And I knew as long as I kept my head down and worked, that good things were going to continue to happen.
Rashid, when you're kind of trying to get on the same page with Derek and all the quarterbacks for that matter, how much of route running is this is how I run this route, or this is how I like to do this certain thing, versus, okay, Derek wants it a certain way, and what is that give and take?
Right. Well, with a guy like Derek, you can kind of go to him and tell him this is kind of how I like to run it, and he'll tell you how he expects, and we kind of just go back and forth on it, and so we can, make it work. And he's a true professional, so he understands, sometimes we have to make a move at the top of a route, or we have to do some extra thing just to get open. So the timing will get there. He understands that, and we continue to practice and work, and we'll be on the same page throughout the whole season.
Where would you say you're at right now? Are you kind of somewhere in the middle?
Somewhere in the middle, definitely. We're still pretty new to the system, and still getting a feel for each other. But it's definitely going to come.
Did you get a chance to go out to Vegas with him and a couple other guys?
Yeah, we were out there for a few days working out in that heat.
Yeah.
It was a good time.
I mean, beyond the heat, what's it like just to kind of just establish that early working relationship, just get to know him, like get to see where he lives, meet his family?
Right, yeah. As far as that, I feel like you wanted to have it out in Vegas just so we could get kind of used to the heat just for a second. But meeting his family and doing all that stuff, it was great. And being out there and seeing how he worked off the field, it was definitely an experience.
Yeah, like quarterback is like obviously a hugely important position. So for a guy like him who's coming into a new team and getting to know it, all these new, like how would you say he's kind of trying to like establish himself in that role?
Right. As far as establishing himself, I feel like he has established himself very well.
Yeah.
It's a new offense, but I feel like he's retaining it. No lost steps at all, and he's doing a great job. And I feel like he's going to continue to work with us so we can be on the same page, and so there's no flaws on Sundays.
Which heat did you think was worse, Vegas or here?
I would have to say Vegas, for sure.
With the Heat, the other team that's going to play 13, 14 indoor games, do you think it's more of a physical or mental thing in terms of how much it benefits you? You're getting more conditioning out of the Heat, but also mentally you go out and practice in the Heat and get to play games inside.
Right. It's definitely a mental and physical battle, and I feel like it's going to prepare us greatly just to, be able to run around as much as we can indoors. The heat is it's definitely a factor out there right now. But once we get inside, it's not going to be. As far as all the fatigue and stuff, it's just going to help us build character and get stronger and, just make it easier on Sundays.
Rashid, how is it helpful for you and Chris to come into the league together at the same position and go through the same experiences together?
Yeah, absolutely. As far as experiences, I try to watch him a lot. I feel like we kind of emulate each other's game in ways, both fast, smooth. He's a great competitor, and I watch him almost every single day just to see what I can do to kind of emulate him. And us both being young and hungry, it definitely helps a lot.
You mentioned opening up the route tree a little bit. Were you limited a little bit in what they asked you to do last year just because you were probably playing one position? You said,
right.
Is it opened up this year?
100%. Yeah, I'm learning different positions, and hopefully going to be put in different opportunities, to run the whole route tree and in the slot, outside, move around, just being plugged in different ways. That will definitely help me out a lot, I feel.
Rashid, how much is just like getting on the field as much as you did last year, getting as much opportunity as you did? Like, does that kind of accelerate the learning process for you?
Yeah, absolutely accelerates it. Just so I could, know that I could be on time with my game and be my best self for the team.
Rashid, what's the one thing you've learned from Michael Thomas?
One thing
that stands out the most.
Man, just to come in every day, hungry and ready to compete. Each and every day, he has a new approach, and in the film room and on the field, he just has kind of like this wire, and he kind of just locks into what he has to do, and I kind of try to emulate that just to approach to each day, trying to find something new to find, and just going out there and just competing because I know it's going to help me on Sundays.
Do you ever, when you're in the moment, kind of reflect on a year ago at this time, you're just trying to turn ahead with the limited practice you get, and now you're potentially a key cog in the offense in less than 12 months?
Right. Yeah, like you said, I wasn't even, a part of any of this last year. I was still in the rehab room. So I'm definitely grateful to be, at this point. And, I could continue to work and continue to make strides so I can, make plays on Sundays. And, it's definitely a good feeling to be able to be out there and compete with my team in camp.
Rashid, is there a X's and O's related moment that illustrates that just in these first 2 or 3 days about something an example of a route or a timing or a depth or anything that you ran that just illustrates what a difference a year makes?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like with the offense now and the positions that I was able to learn and kind of being put into, I feel like I'm able to expand just everything that I was last year and kind of just continue to get better at different positions. And sorry, that was a tough question.
No, I know. Well, I just didn't know if there was an example I obviously can't put the words in, but I mean, like anything you did on the field, even in these first 3 days, that you just knew from repetition or instinct or practice that was different than.
Yeah. I would say definitely like the speed of the game. I feel like it's definitely slowed down a lot, and after the first day I was kind of like, okay, I'm thinking a lot less and kind of just playing, and that's definitely going to help a lot with more reps.
Rashid, in the special teams meetings, have y'all talked about the rule changes with the kickoff versus like punt return?
Yes. Yeah, much different. It's going to take some time to get used to. We'll see how we kind of manage it through our game plans and stuff. So it's definitely going to be interesting.
I asked you this before, and I apologize. I think I got cut off in the interview. You changed number 22 because of your dad. Was it your dad's high school or college number? That was the only thing I was curious about.
High school number.
Okay.
Yes, high school number. And my number growing up since elementary, so felt like it was only right to wear it in the league.
Rashid, I just got to ask this because my coworkers thinks that you're faster than 22. So is that true?
I think so. Absolutely. I had a longer off season. Didn't have any rehab or no injuries to really focus on. So I definitely feel like I'm faster.
He's gonna like that answer.
Yes.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, man.
All good. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks.